Hello students, today we are going to discuss some basic concepts in chemistry. So question number 46. Now see this one. What is the set numerical coefficients? For see this example. K2Cr2O7 reacts with HCl. It gives the compound is K2CrO4, right? Potassium chromate. K2CrO4. So that one changes to K2Cr2O7 plus KCl plus H2O. So this potassium is not balanced, right? Here is 2 plus 1, 3 potassium is there. So this reaction is not balanced. So we will double this equation. So here how many potassium there are? There are 4 potassium atoms. So there are 2. So multiply with this one. Then how many chlorines are there? There are 2 chlorine atoms. So give 2 HCl. Then how many hydrogens? 2. How many oxygens are there? Here totally 8 oxygens. So it is 1. Okay. So what is the answer here? So 2 and it is 2, 1, 2, 1. So the answer is 1. Now the question number 47. Okay. So how many number of molecules are there in 4.2 gram of ammonia? So 4.25 gram of ammonia. So we can say that weight by molecular weight, given weight by molecular weight into Avogadro number. So given weight is 4.25, molecular weight is 17, Avogadro number equal to 6.023 into 10 power 23, the number of molecules, right? So we can say that 1 by 4, okay, 1 by 4. So when you take this value, you will get 1.5 into 10 power 23. So you will get 1 by 4 cancel into 1.5. Okay. Now the question number 48. So what should be the weight 50% of HCl which reacts with 100 gram of limestone? So the HCl 50% means 50 by 100, 50%, right? 100 gram of calcium carbonate. So you will get how many percentage of pure HCl you will get? So it reacts with 50% of HCl which reacts with 100 gram of the weight which is 50 gram. So 50% of 50 gram by 100 gram with the 100 gram of calcium carbonate. Okay. Now the question number 49. So the question number 40. This is the question for 49. Now see this question number 48. The reaction is the given K2Cr2O7 reacts with the Na2S2O3. K2Cr2O7 reacts with Na2S2O3. It forms chromium 3 plus. Okay. So how many chromium atoms are there? There are 2 chromium atoms. So then what is the molecular weight of these compounds? M by, so 2 chromium, 1 chromium atom is give 3 electrons. So plus 6 2 converts into plus 3. So 2 into 3 means M by 6. Okay. So the value is M by 6. Now the question number 50. So the solution of sulfuric acid contains 80% of weight by H2SO4. Specific gravity of the solution is 1.71. Its normal is about. It's a normality. For example, normality, we have a relation between the specific gravity and normality. Okay. So the formula is normality is equal to 10 into specific gravity into weight of solution into molecular weight divided by molecular weight of solution into equivalent weight of the solution. Okay. So this is the formula for this one. the relation between specific gravity and normality. So 10. So what is the value of specific gravity, which is the given value 1.71, right? 1.71, and weight of the solution, the value is 80%, right? 80% means 80 gram. So 80, molecular weight is 98. So here the molecular weight of the solution of H2SO4 is equal to 98, equivalent is 49. So 4.9. So when you take this value, so you will get the value which is, so substitute this value, the value you will get 27.9. Okay. Now the question number 51. So the percentage of boron which isotopes B10 and B11. Okay. So we can say that how the gram which has B11 which has 19%, right? Okay. So 19% of B10 plus B11 plus add these values, 11 into 81 divided by 100. So add these values, you will get 1081 divided by 100. The value is 10.8. Okay. Now the question number 52. The law of multiple proportions illustrates certain element X. It forms 3 binary compounds like chlorine containing 59.68, 68.95 and 74.75 chlorine respectively. So next one, by the law of proportions, the relative amounts elements combining with some fixed amount of the second element. We can say that both statement 1 and 2 both are correct only, okay, because of the same ratio. The law of proportions means that ratios which are different, so which element which reacts with so very same element which reacts with which gives more number of halides. So here the statement 1 and statement 2 both are true, and statement 2 is the correct explanation of statement 1 is the correct answer. So question number 52 answer is 1. Now the question number 53. So what is Avogadro number? So what is the number of molecules which is present in 1 gram mass of a substance is called as Avogadro number. Now, so the percentage of P2O5 in diammonium phosphate. Question number 54. NH4 twice HPO4. Okay. So how many percentage of diammonium which is present? Okay. So the percentage of P2O5, right? So P2O5. Okay. Now see this one. So phosphorus which atomic weight is 31. So 2 into 31 is equal to 62 plus 5 into 16. 80. Okay. So 61 plus 80. So the value is 141 gram. Now, so 141 or 142 gram. Okay. So this value is 60. The value is 31. Okay. 31 means 62. 142 gram. Now, ammonium phosphate, the weight. So weight of the compound, the weight of the salt is equal to, so add these values, you will get 142. The weight of the salt is equal to 264. Okay, ammonium phosphate, diammonium phosphate weight is 264. So multiply by 100. So solve this one, you will get the value is 53.7. So the option is 2. Now we will discuss the question number 55. Now see this one. Question number 55. 250 ml of sodium carbonate solution and 2.65 gram of sodium carbonate. Okay. So here we are going to take V1 by volume and normality. Okay. So before going to this one, so they are asking 2.65 gram of sodium carbonate, 2.65 gram of sodium carbonate in 250 ml. Okay. 1000 by 250 and the molecular weight is 106 gram. So the normality is 0.1 molar. Okay. Now, so we are going to find out the normality of the 1 liter of the solution. Okay. So we can say that V1 N1 is equal to V2 N2. Now, now see this one. So we are going to find out. See this one. What is the concentration of the solution? Okay, concentration in normality. So the V1 is 10 into 0.1. Okay, so 0.1 normality, which is, and V2 is volume is 1 liter. 1 liter means 1000 ml. Okay, so here is 10 ml of sodium carbonate, which is 0.1 normal. So 1000 ml. Yes, that one is equal to normality of the solution. Okay, so 1 by 1000 ml, which is 10 power minus 3. So the answer is 0.001 molar. Now the question number 56. The equivalent weight of a metal is 9 gram and vapor density of its chloride is 59.25 gram. Find the atomic weight of metal. Now, so the molecular weight is equal to 2 into vapor density. We have a formula. So what is the vapor density which is? So 2 into vapor density is equal to 59.25 they given. Vapor density of chlorine. So the value is 118.5. Correct? Now see this one. 118.5 is a molecular weight divided by. So we are going to add these values into the equal weight of the metal and the equal weight of chlorine. Okay, metal chloride, right? So see this one. Equal weight 9 plus 35.5. So add these values. 118.5 divided by 44.5. So you will get the value which is equal to 2.55. Okay. So this is the normality, and here it is, So we are going to find out atomic weight of the molecule. Okay. So atomic weight is equal to normality into valency. Value is 2.55. The valency of the metal is 9. Okay. So the value we can take it as 23 point. When you multiply this one, you will get 23.9. So the answer is 4. Now question number 57. The sulfate metal contains 9.87 molar. So 9.87%. This isomorphous ZnSO4 dot 7H2O. Find the atomic weight of M. Okay. Okay, that one we'll discuss in. So that one question. This question is 59, right? So this one is not required. Now see this one. Question number 57. So find the volume of hydrogen gas. So 273 Kelvin and 1 atmosphere pressure. So BCl3 when it reacts with H2. So we take a hydrogen, right? So we can take it as 3/2 H2. Okay, so it gives boron plus 3 moles of HCl. Okay, so here we can take it as 1 mole of BCl3. 1 mole of BCl3 is equal to 3/2 mole of H2. Okay, so 2 mole. So then 2 mole of BCl3 is equal to 2 mole of BCl3 is equal to 6 mole of 3 moles of H2. Right? The value is 3 mole of H2. Now, so we can multiply with this. So here you can take it as the value of this boron. Okay, boron trichloride, which hydrogen is the molar is 3 molar. Okay, so 2 mole which reacts with 2 mole of BCl3 which gives 3 mole of H2. So the volume is, we can take it as 3 into 22.4, which is equal to 67.2. So the answer is 2. Now the question number 58. So what is provided by the reaction with 1 mole of calcium phosphide? So what's the name? What's the compound? Ca3P2. When it reacts with H2O, it evolves phosphine plus calcium hydroxide. Okay. So how many moles of hydrogens? So 2 oxygens. So 2 moles of H2O. So the hydrogens are balanced or not? So the hydrogen is not balanced. So totally we can take it as, so how many moles of phosphorus? So 2. So 6 plus 2 8. So we can take it as 4H2O. So how many calcium is there? So 3. So we can take it as totally 6, right? So 6 6 12 hydrogens. So 6H2O. Now check this one. So 1 mole of calcium phosphate gives 2 mole of phosphine. Okay, so the answer is 58. Answer is 2 mole of phosphine. Now the question number 59. So this question we'll discuss at the end of the session. Now the question number 60. The difference density implies the basis of. Okay, so the different density means which is gravity separation. Okay. Now the question number 61. The question number 61, the equivalent of Na2S2O3. So when it reacts with iodine, Na2S2O3, when it reacts with iodine, it forms Na2S4O6 plus NaI. So what's the valency of this? For example, what's the valency of this one? What is the charge of this one? So here oxygen state, here is 2x plus 2 minus 6 equal to 0, 2x equal to 4, so x equal to plus 2. So plus 2. This S4O6 you will get the value is 2.5. Okay. So here you can take it as the value is n, number of valence electrons, the number of the electrons which are changed, n is equal to 2 into, so we can take it as 2, the value is, the change in value is 0.5, 2 into 0.5 is equal to 1. Okay. So the equivalent mass is equal to, so here they are asking about the equivalent mass is equal mass is equal to molar mass divided by n, right? So m by 1, that one is equal to m. So So the answer is 2. Now the question number 62. The molar heat capacity at water at constant pressure is 75 joule per Kelvin. So when 1 kilojoule is heated to supply 100 gram of water. So now see this one. So 75 kilojoule per mole. 1 mole is equal to 18 gram, right? So divide by 18. The value is 4.17 joule Kelvin per mole. Now, so here they are asking the molar heat capacity. So what is the formula? Q is equal to M into S into T. So Q is equal to 1000. 1 kilojoule means 1000 joules. The value of M is equal to 100 weight of the water. Okay. So and S is equal to 4.17. Okay. Now, and we are going to find out temperature. Now this value is T is equal to 1000 by 100 into 4.17. So the value is nearly is equal to 2.41 Kelvin. So we can conclude the answer is 2. Now the question number 63. So we need to find out the value for the significant figures. Okay. So the value, add these values. So 29.2 minus 20.2, 1.79 into 10 power 5 divided by 1.37. The value is 9.0. The significant figures which are 2. So the answer is third option, which is 2. Now the question number 64. By a mixture of ZnCl2 and PbCl2 can be separated. So this ZnCl2 and PbCl2 can be separated by crystallization method. Now the question number 65 is the ratio of the H2S reacts with copper. So how many moles are precipitated? First is one. Copper, it means copper or cadmium? It's cadmium, right? So okay, so cadmium 2 plus reacts with sulfur 2 minus, it forms CdS, cadmium sulfide. Now, so 20 ml, right? So 20 ml, it reacts with 1 mole of cadmium sulfate gives 20, but copper 2 plus, cadmium 2 plus reacts with S2 minus. So 20 ml, the concentration of this sulfide, okay, the concentration of this sulfide is, the copper sulfate is 0.5 molar, okay. So the sulfur is 0.5 percentage, so 0.5 molar, so we can take it as 10, okay. So the ratio is 20 molar, so 20, the concentration of 20 ml of cadmium nitrate, the common ion which is sulfur, right? So if it is 20 and this sulfur which is 10, okay, the ratio is, so 20 is to 10, the ratio is 2 is to 1. Now the question number 66. So the separation of lead oxide which is reduced by lead from its oxide, okay. So the method is, the data we can use the law of multiple proportions, which reacts with different proportions of this reaction, okay. So the question number 66, the answer is 2. Now the question number 67. Atoms can neither be created nor destroyed. Yes, correct one. Statement 2 is, under similar conditions, the temperature and pressure equal volume of gases does not contain equal number of atoms. So statement 1 is true, but statement 2 is false, okay. So it changes with the equal number of gases, means it changes with this temperature and pressure also, okay. Now the question number 68. So 67 answer is 3. Question number 68. Compound possesses 80% of sulfur by mass. So what is the least molecular mass? Now see this one. So 88% of sulfur, right? So we can take it as in 100% there is only 8. The sulfur mass is 32. Okay. So value is 400 gram. Okay. Now, so 8 gram sulfur present in 400 gram of the substance. Okay. So we can take it as 8 gram sulfur present in 400 gram of substance. Now the question number 68. So question number 68 answer is 4. Question number 69. KMnO4 reacts with ferrous ammonium sulfate. So ferrous oxides into ferric. But manganese, what is the oxide state of this manganese? Manganese plus 7 into manganese plus 2. So ferrous Fe2 plus becomes Fe3 plus. Manganese plus 7 reduces into manganese plus 2. Okay. Now see this one. So what is the equal weight of this one? Okay. So we are going to using this formula M1 V1 by N1 is equal to M2 V2 by N2. Now we are going to find out the molecular the M2 V2 which is for this manganese. Okay. So the M1 which is the given is the molar concentration is 0.1. Okay. And volume is 10. It changes into ion 2 plus into ion 3 plus. The change in ions is 1. M2 V2, the change in this N2 value is 5. So we can take it as the value is 0.1, right? Now see this one. So the value, multiply this value, so you will get 5, which is equal to M2 V2. So the concentration into volume, so the value you should get the value is 5. Okay. So when it will give means 50 ml of this KMnO4 solution, and its concentration should be 0.1. Then only you will get the value is 5. Okay. So the answer is, so in this case the answer is 50 ml of 0.1 FeSO4. Okay. So 50 ml of 0.1 FeSO4. Now the question number 70. Find how Coulomb charge is present on 1 gram of N3 minus. Okay. So 1 gram of N3 minus means, so it gains 3 electrons. Okay. So 3 into, so 6, 1 coulomb. So 1 coulomb charge is 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 into Avogadro number. So what is meant by Avogadro number? 6.023 into 10 power 23. Okay, correct one. Now see this one. So this one value, when you add these values, the values which are 2.89 into 10 power 5 coulomb. Okay. So in part 2 discussion, we will discuss question number 71 to 90.